Today, I'm going to cook an excellent rice dish. Hi there. Let's get straight to the cooking. Right at the start, I have to warn the fans of Italian risotto. Today we're making the Czech version, the kind you know from school cafeterias, work canteens, and most local restaurants. Unlike the Italian version, which is creamy and sticky, the Czech version is characterized by cooking the rice separately, resulting in a drier texture. So, let's get into it. First, I'll start the rice, but not before giving it a thorough rinse. If you're wondering how many times I rinse it, the answer is many. I rinse the rice until the water runs perfectly clear. I cook it slowly until tender. Now for the chopping. The onion. I dice it into very small, fine cubes. Since I'm cooking for about 6 people today, I'm using 1 large onion. If the onion is so sharp it makes your eyes sting, try rinsing your knife frequently in water, or they say drinking plenty of water helps. Who knows? Melt some lard in a hot pan. Vegetable oil works too. And add the diced onion. Saute it gently. While the onion is frying, let's handle the meat. I'm using chicken today, specifically chicken breast, which I'll cut into small cubes about ½ inch thick. Chicken breast is tender, so it's easy to cut, but you still need a sharp knife. By now, the onions are perfectly golden. Add the meat and saute it until it's no longer pink and turns a nice seared brown. Season the meat in the pan with some black pepper and ½ teaspoon of salt. Give it a good stir and keep sauteing. Once the meat has reached the right color, it's time to add a bit of paprika. Stir it in quickly. Don't let it burn, or it will turn bitter. Immediately deglaze the pan with half of the broth. Let the broth reduce and evaporate. While that's happening, we have time to dice the carrot. Try to make the carrot cubes neat, as they'll be visible in the final dish. By the time the carrots are prepped, the broth has reduced. Now, add the carrots to the pan. Since carrots are quite firm, they need to be simmered to soften. Pour in the second half of the broth and let it reduce for a second time. This process will steam the carrots until they are perfectly tender. While we wait for the second reduction, we can grate some cheese. I'm using Edam. This dish also goes perfectly with pickles, so I'll get those ready too. You could also serve it with a cucumber salad or the ultimate school cafeteria classic, pickled beets. The broth has reduced now. It doesn't have to be completely dry. A little bit of thick juice at the bottom is perfect. Now is the time to add the peas and corn. I'm using canned, but frozen is also an option. Canned is a bit sweeter and more flavorful, while frozen is a bit blander but requires less salt, so I'll leave that choice to you. Just toss them in to warm through. We're almost there! Now, just add the cooked rice and mix everything together thoroughly. Here's an important tip. Use a large pan for this. It's a mistake to mix the meat and vegetable base with the rice in a separate bowl. Doing it directly in the pan ensures the rice is perfectly coated in all those delicious juices that would otherwise be left behind. One final taste test. It's good, but it needs a bit more salt. Game over. Switch off the stove and lights. We're done, friends. Time to serve. I think today's lunch turned out great. Enjoy your meal, and I'll see you next time.